This witness in the Martin Zimmerman trial here seemed to me to be too professional and too phony. Now, in the initial stages, he wanted to be anonymous, and he's trying not to embellish his presentation, and he's trying to play objective. And I believe that all these are just games. He's trying to add credibility to his testimony. A neighbor adjacent to him heard sneaker movements on the pavement, and she did not record any, ground wrestling, as it were. And I'm sure that before she made a call, she would have looked out. Now, Zimmerman is very heavy. He's heavier than Martin, and it's very unlikely he's going to allow Martin to be on him like that, even if he can't fight. Look, fighting go by weight. You don't take a guy 100 pounds to fight a guy with 250 pounds. Even if this guy with 200 pounds is not a skilled boxer, he could absorb many punches from this 100-pound guy, and might end up hurting him seriously. Yeah, you could fall on the ground, but look, he could move and push this guy off, and he's armed from the start. He didn't find a gun. He didn't take the gun away from Martin. He had a gun in his possession. How on earth he's going to let this little guy beat him down? Except he wants now to have an alibi. He wants to kill him, so he lets something happen so he could, shoot him and say that it's self-defense. And so this Jonathon guy here, basically, I'm not impressed with his testimony. I'm not impressed with his demeanor and everything else, because even if he were speaking objectively the truth, this is just the way he saw it. And in discussions like this here in testimony, there are three factors here that you have to look. He's distorting information, he's deleting information, and he is modifying things. Because if he were to, it just sounded as if he had a fleeting moment. He just peeped out, he saw it, and he went to call 911. And I'm not sure if in that glance, except he spent, a minute or something, in that glance he could, see all that kind of stuff that he's describing. So I think that he's just trying to get Zimmerman off. He sympathizes with Zimmerman. He's upset that this black guy was in the area and everything else. And the regular southern white folks business, I think this is all that's playing right there. And I don't think necessarily it should add any credibility to the situation, because, as I said, Zimmerman was armed. He followed the guy up and down. If he knows he can't fight, and looking at this guy, he should see that this is a little black guy. He's strong, and maybe he has confidence and type of skills that you would expect that he could back up with a little fight. I don't believe this thing. I think that basically, I don't see why he's going to go through and take all this pounding to really have to kill the guy anyway. But I believe that all this bloody face and all this broken nose and all that is kind of like he got somebody to do him that, since he wants to have an alibi of self-defense. I just don't understand how he has his gun and he's gonna let Martin get close to him, grab him on the ground fighting and ground and pound and all this dumb stuff. Nah, I don't believe this testimony here. This guy is just making it up. He's just trying to make Zimmerman look good, and I don't think the jury is going to listen to him, period, because Martin is much heavier and stronger than Zimmerman is very strong, heavier, and there's no way he's going to let this little boy, especially armed with a gun, he's not going to let this little guy beat him down like that.